Good day, everybody, wherever you are. It's the what's the day today? It's July the 28th, and the year is 2022. And I just finished watching the movie Grey Man, Hollywood movie. Uh, and interestingly, we have South Indian Tamil star playing a somewhat pivotal character in the movie. They said it's like his uh, his screen space spanning over like 7 minutes or so. But when I watched it, I didn't feel that way. It looks like it's longer. I didn't calculate the exact number of minutes he's appearing on screen, but it feels like he has substantial uh, amount of screen space. That said, so the movie is about it's from the Avengers producers and directed by is it Russo Brothers, and just released on Netflix about a week or 10 days ago, I believe. Uh, According to Netflix, it's just a global hit, garnering positive reviews. The movie is based on the best-selling book series by Mark Greaney. I have to confess that I didn't read his books. Hopefully, sometime in the future, I will take a look at it. Number three that comes to my mind, the film itself is said to be the third installment from AGBO Production House and the second consecutive debut at a worldwide release. So, all that about the movie production and the production house uh, and let's take a look at the cast. Ryan Gosling, playing the lead character, good-looking guy, does his job quite well. Anna the Armas, I suppose I'm pronouncing it right. The last name is spelled Armas. Female lead playing a CIA operative. Young, young woman, very cute, very. She has an innocent charm of young woman, very delicate looking, very feminine. So, but she plays a deadly CIA operative, and punches like Mike Tyson and fights like 10 times Bruce Lee. Oh yeah, and let's move on. You see, in the movies, you can do this. You can make the pigs fly and the goats gallop like horses, and name it. If you want, you can show the fox fighting like a lion too, right? So that's possible on screen, and people, especially the South Indian audience, take this seriously and call this the adulation goes surpasses everything they want in life, and they want this. They shove this stardom on people. Of course, that's nothing wrong with that, but then expecting them to rule the South Indian audience, the Tamil, especially Tamil audience, not Malayalam audience, they are a little smarter, and their movies are down to earth. So that's a given. But Tamil audience, I don't know what is wrong with them. They take these movie stars very seriously, just because they can. Only in Tamil movies, the movie stars beat up to 25 people, sometimes 50 people all alone, and sometimes scrawny looking stars, and beating up 25 men who are like each of them weighing like twice and bigger than twice, you know and it's even funny, and recently I watched No Denigration. Surya is fighting. I think the movie was not a hit. I like Surya, but he's not this is not aimed at him. He's carrying this heavy set men throwing like pillows, Wow, that's what you call movie. And the audience whistling Taliban, meaning is my leader, and Vijay is my leader, Ajit is my leader, and Danush is my leader. Movie is entertainment, but save Tamil Nadu, because if you expect the celluloid heroes to become leaders, I mean, they're in a very lucrative profession. Let them do their job, entertain you, but they don't install them as. I mean, if they are extraordinary, if they have demonstrated extraordinary connection with humanity, and if they have demonstrated a certain amount of knowledge, know-how, and wherewithal, where they can make a complete change in the country for the betterment of the people and humanity. Why not? I mean, there is nobody is barring them from entering politics. But the fact that they are more celluloid heroes has no merits, does not constitute merits for them to launch into a political career. As it is, you have very bad people, corrupt to the core, and on top of it you bring these celluloid heroes who are faking everything on screen and beating up 50 people. And I even watched a movie that an actor, Vijay Sethupathi, going to Madurai, and then the whole village thugs are he's trying to save a girl, and he's coming to the railway station, and about 500 men, I believe, with Mercedes car coming at him, and he leaves the girl, asks the girls to stay hang behind, and taking all by taking about. I'm just saying it. It looks like it looks like an army of men, like easily looks like 300 to 400 men. He's beating them up, just barehanded. Nobody could do that. And so this is what movie is about, right? It's a realm, but it's a very powerful medium. You can educate people instead of fooling them, and you know what, making money is money rules everything. There is intention to make money in every aspect of life, every profession, but do it with a conscience. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, getting back to this movie, that's a total digression. I ask for your forgiveness. Danush is playing the hired killer, the assassin. Uh, God knows where he's coming from. The introduction, like halfway through, he's being introduced, and they show him seated in a plane, and just the back shot from rear, they're showing him just 1 second. That's it. Nobody even knows who that person on the plane. I mean, he's seated in the plane all by himself. Looks like. But had it been an Indian movie, I mean, Tamil movie, the background score, and the actors entering in slow motion, beating up 10 men, throwing them like pillows, and taking the cigarette, wearing sunglasses, and lighting the cigarette, and the idiots. What can you do? So, so anyway, Dunn is playing that character, and he does his part quite well. We'll get to the movie in a second. Chris Evans as Lloyd Anson. Rege, is it? I think it's a French name. Rege Sean Page as villain Danny Carmichael. Julia Butters, the child artist, playing like 11-year-old child with a pulmonary condition, and they do this to bring in an emotional quotient to the screenplay. If you watch, if you, I'm sure you watched recently the Kamal Hassan release Vikram. The baby boy has a heart condition, and it connects with the audience. Oh my God, it's a child with a heart condition, and the hero grandfather, the hero is trying to save, and it's all a gimmick to pander to your emotional. Uh, to earn your emotional sympathy to the character, and make you connect with the otherwise bland action screenplay, the to cover the the audience all across, from the little child to the grandmother. So you need that emotional element. So how do you introduce in a bland action movie? So Hollywood is doing the same thing, bringing the child artist, and she has heart condition. And the grandfather, I don't know if it's the grandfather, the old man, is he's a CIA official, maybe retired. He's taking care of her. And movie starts with Ryan Gosling serving life in prison. The CIA senior officer coming to him, arranging a one-on-one meeting, telling him that he will be released. I mean, released from jail, meaning he'll be completely acquitted, all records wiped out. CIA can do that. They can change IDs, get a complete new ID, new name, everything. That's how they revamp and give you a new life to you. So, so he says, you will be freed from jail, and you're getting your life back. And he asks, "What do I do in return to you? What do you expect me to do in return? You have to work for us, CIA. What do I have to do? Well, we train you to kill people, kill the bad guys. Say Sue, say CIA. Who are the bad guys? In their views, whoever is posing a threat to them, or they are not necessarily even the government, or the generally the CIA, or you know anybody they in their view perceive as a threat, needs to be eliminated. So they use this operatives, no questions asked, you follow our instructions. So Ryan Gosling, I don't remember his screen name on the movie, or the character's name. He says okay. So instructions given, but the celluloid hero comes out. He goes his way. He does things his way. So what happens? The CIA will bump him off, meaning they will kill anybody who is not following instruction, trying to do their job their way. And so that's very typical. But this rings a bell. I don't know how many movies I have seen. Recently, I haven't been watching Hollywood movies. I'm an old timer. I like the old the actors like Al Pacino, uh, Clint Eastwood. I'm a fan of the actors Charles Bronson. Even if it comes to movies, more like 70s, 80s, after 90s, every now and then I watch movies. Uh, but that's me, okay? And so I have seen umpteen number of movies like this. I remember, I think early 90s, Sean Connery was he was in a movie. I don't even remember. He's jailbird, serving a life sentence, long beard, rotting in jail. The CIA comes and offers him a deal. You come out and do this, and surprisingly, the movie, that's I think the beginning of the movie, and the glass ceiling, it's unbreakable. He does something, and Hollywood heroes can do that. Takes a coin or something, uh, draws a circle, or cuts the with the scratches the glass ceiling in a circle. Bam! Bangs the ceiling, not ceiling. I mean the glass. Uh, what do you say? The shutter, not the shutter. The glass. Yeah, it's a glass window. He escapes from there, and the CIA or the whoever who is trying to get his help, chasing after this guy, goes, and he wants to see his daughter who is separated from him, and comes back. and does the assignment. One movie. So many other movies. Charles Bronson retiring, living in one of the remote Caribbean islands, by the side of the beach, relaxed, serene. CIA going, hey, you're the only man. We need you. I'm retired. I like the beach. I read books. There's serenity, calm, beautiful. Why you're drawing me back to that life? There's nobody else. Only we feel only you could carry out this mission. So many movies I don't know. Even Sylvester Stallone, Rambo 3, retires. I don't want this. He goes to Far East. I don't know if it's Thailand or Cambodia. He's living there like a some kind of you know vagabond of sorts, and street exhibition fighting. And his ex-boss comes to see him. Hey, we need you back, John. We need you back, John Rambo. I don't want that life. He convinces him, and then he goes. Movies. And the rest is all what the movie constitutes the events. Same hackneyed plotline. Nothing to do. I'm not denigrating, but the same plotline. So what happens? Ryan Gosling is sent on this mission. He's going against these CIA guys. Anna de Armas, the beautiful, cute, very delicate looking, fragile female lead, very feminine. She, like I said, she fights like 10 times Bruce Lee and punches like 15 times Mike Tyson. Unbelievable on screen what people can do. And then Ryan Gosling needs to be stopped. Enters Danush. I mentioned they're showing him arriving or in the plane, the introduction, seated, I think, all by himself. The plane, the rest, he just show him. And it's funny, they call him the villain. Who's the villain? Villain is is it Rege Jean Page? Danny Carmichael's screen name, or the character's name. He calls him the introduction, hey, my Tamil sexy man, or something like that. I'm glad. I was heartened by the fact they used the term Tamil. The reason I'm not, I don't consider myself parochial, or but the fact that a community, everybody should be respected. Uh, we all have to respect one another, whatever caste, crew, whatever community. I don't care if you're French, if you're English, if you're Russian, if you're Ukrainian, if you're Jewish, if you're Turkish. I don't care. We all are human beings. We need to respect one another. And if you try to denigrate based on your race or community or ethnicity, that's unacceptable. So the fact that I believe in Tamil Nadu, there are about 66 million or 67 million Tamils, and it's an ethnic Tamil, meaning it's a language, an ethnic group that speaks the language known as Tamil, the world's oldest language, said to be. Even Sanskrit is now considered to be uh, the second language after Tamil in terms of antiquity. So the North Indians look down at South Indians. They think they are superior. Fortunately, the South Indian Tamils are dominating in the IT industry in the West. That's a good thing. Otherwise, they are rustic, backward, because the poverty level is high. And the North Indians think they are sophisticated. They're not sophisticated by any means. They are the same Indians. In India, the rich will be sophisticated if they go to better schools and higher education and exposed to, the sophisticated community. Otherwise, it doesn't matter what community you belong to. You are still backward, rustic person. So people all try to speak English, broken English or whatever. They think if you can show that you can speak English, you belong, somewhat you're respected. That is mentality, the mentality coming from the British colonial era. The English is the master's language, your slave master's language. So if I speak, I'm sophisticated, like my slave master. British came to India, the sophisticated slave masters ruled India. So the rulers are looked up to. So this mentality persists in Indians. Nothing wrong with learning English. Everybody should learn English, considered to be one of the most powerful language in uh, and even other European language experts consider English to be the powerful language, not because of anything else. For commerce, they conclude commerce and business and IT, whatever, there could be no better language that could replace English. Not even German, although German is said to be, they have so many scientific discoveries and all in German, not even translated into English as yet. French is said to be a romantic language. Tamil is a very literary language, a very rich language, but so rich in literature. So, know the difference. Learn your English, learn your Tamil well, right? Don't have this for no reason. Your speech is replete with English words, and when you are put in a situation to communicate in English, you come out with all these broken down phrases with English, Indian jargon, so on, translating. The syntax is out of place. Okay, I'm not trying to criticize or denigrate, I'm just pouring my heart out. And I wish they realize it. So, getting back to this movie. Okay, the villain Denny Carmichael. He's said to be a lawyer making deals for CIA, but he acts like a top-notch CIA. What is it? Navy SEAL operative. And so, in the end, what happens? Danush enters. Danush fights like 50 times Bruce Lee. Wow, unbelievable. What they can do in movies. But a real talent, like what's his name, the Indian martial artist, Vidyut Jambwa, really talented. He's a skilled martial artist, and is widely acknowledged around the world by the top martial artists. That as not just a martial artist, is said to be one of the. They consider him to be one of the top 10 martial artists in the world. Good-looking guy, with reasonably good acting skills. He's from the north. What does it matter? It doesn't matter. Of course, he doesn't speak South Indian languages, but these days you don't even need languages. Everything can be dubbed. But he's getting beaten up by these ordinary guys in the screen, on screen. Like I see him getting beaten up by Vijay in a movie called Katti or Tupaki or something like that. It's heart rending to see. And but they are tough guys on movies. And Vijay Sethupathi going to Madurai and saving an damsel in distress, and then a whole army of men with Mercedes, easily about 200 to 300 men, from the way I see it on screen, coming with Mercedes. And Vijay Sethupathi is unarmed, asks a girl to get aside, and he takes on them single-handedly, unarmed, with all the Mercedes. Wow! And audience going, there's a big, you should dominate the screen, the industry, purely on merits, not doing phony acts on screen. But I don't know. Am I going to incur the wrath of the audience who scream Talaiva? No, Talaiva meaning the leader. If being a movie star merits you to become a leader, to enter, launch into politics, become the leader ruling the state. God save Tamil Nadu. God bless you all for patiently listening to my what I had to say. Thank you. Anything I have offended, I think I have offended your feelings, some of you who are hardened movie buffs. Forgive me.